Hey, Jules, how are you? I have everything in my shop. I've got almost 60 items tonight. Please check out my Buy It Now. Got everything from jewelry to coins to tokens to candy. Go check out my shop and send me an offer. And I'm just going to send a message to my mod. Let's see. And I'm just going to. There we go. Fix the iPad. Okay. Let's get the YouTube up. And we have checked the live stream. Welcome in, everybody. I think it's just me, myself, and I, and hey, Jules. Please check the shop. Had 2 shows yesterday. I did all right, so one of my big ticket items came down and is off to Texas. We've even got the mystery world coin draw, the jewelry jar, and of course the big ticket item, the goldette. But most everything else is like $1, $2, $3. We'll even do some raid giveaways if we get raided. Get some sticker packs out. You don't have to buy anything. But hopefully we'll sell some items before that comes in. I mean, I'd love to get the people to come in, but I need to sell stuff first. Hey, Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Happy Saturday to you on YouTube. Have to remember to kind of watch both chats at the same time. My eyes are going from one screen to the next. I missed a couple messages yesterday. So people from the gold community came in and I didn't see those. If I miss an offer, just shoot me a message that, hey, did you see my offer? If you're watching on the tube, you may want to scan that QR code and sign up for Whatnot, and they will award you $15. They'll put it in your shopping wallet. But you must use my code. And I don't get anything for that unless you buy something and then the transaction is fully complete. And then I would just get $5 in my wallet, but not cash money. Just shopping money. Whatnot shopping money, specifically. That does not include anybody's shipping, so they will ask you for a form of payment if you're looking to sign up on Whatnot. That covers the taxes and the shipping. Of course, if you buy something free because you use your credit, then there's not going to be any taxes on something that's free. So then you would only owe the commercial shipping, which would be from my zip code to yours, based on the weight of the item. Let me go off YouTube for a second and see if my mod has seen the message. Sometimes she doesn't always have her phone. She has her computer, but not her phone. Oh, she was just on 4 minutes ago. There we go. Also got some really banger coin things that came in today in the mail. So I already put most of them up. Yeah, there's some really banger new coin items that came in. These are auctions that I won, and they're in treasury envelopes. And I don't know what's in there. I know approximately what's in there, but I don't know the years. Hi, Tex. Thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Check out my Buy It Now. I've got a lot of new items today. So if you're here for jewelry or coins or tokens, the banger items, just the sticker items, absolutely. You know, I just got some coins that came in today from Whatnot, and these are banger. These are in a wanted envelope, and there's 2 Kennedy halves in here. Hi, Alicia. And I haven't opened this. This came to me today in the mail, sealed. So I know that the halves are in here. Hey, please check out the Buy It Now, Alicia. And then I also got 2 of these. These are U.S. Treasury Department envelopes from the Philadelphia Mint. And these are also 50-cent coins, 2 per envelope, just like the wanted envelope. Also, I don't know what's in them. I know that it's 2 Kennedy halves, but I don't know the years. So I don't know the silver content. If they're part silver, if they're not, because I just know they're Kennedy halves. Maybe I should have looked that up. What year did they make the Kennedy halves? And what year did they stop producing them in silver? Because I know those coins are very sought after at the local banks, because people are trying to hit the silver. Hey, Smush, thanks for coming in. I've got a lot of new items tonight. Oh, 1964 was the last year for 90% silver. Oh, thanks for answering that, Tex. Do you know what years they made the Kennedy halves? 64 to 69 was 40%? Or would that be 65 to 69? Because I know with the quarters and the nickels, they all changed over in 1965. So the last year was 1964. Okay. And then how about for the Kennedy halves? They were 65 to 69. They were 40%. And do you know what year were actual Kennedy halves? Because those are all Kennedy halves from what I've been told. The ones that came from the auction on Whatnot. The one that's in the wanted envelopes, there's 2 of them. And I can feel them, with my hand, that there's definitely, heavy 50-cent pieces in them. And then I have the 2 treasury envelopes. So there's a total of 6. But I also have, which I just got today too, and they're in these little envelopes. I've seen them. They're uncirculated 1976, the bicentennial edition halves, the 50-cent pieces, the half dollars. So I've seen those, and they do look uncirculated. They're not slabbed. They're just in those little envelopes. So actually, when I said I had 6 of those 50-cent pieces, I actually have 8. 2 in the wanted envelopes, 2 in the treasury envelopes each, 2 each, 2 envelopes, and then the single 1976 bicentennial pieces. But this isn't really a coin show. This is a jewelry show, but I do have coins. So that's why I put it in the title. You can get coins or jewelry. And thanks for answering that, Tex. I appreciate that. Yeah, I can't look anything up on my phone right now. Hey, Humble. I got a bunch of coins in, and this is not even a coin show. This is a jewelry show. I sold one of my banger pieces yesterday. Look what came in from Whatnot. The envelopes, the wanted envelope. I have one of those. And I got the 2 treasury envelopes. And all of these envelopes have 2 50-cent pieces, Kennedy halves. I don't know the years. And I've also got 2 of the bicentennial 50-cent pieces. And I got another San Francisco Wheatie. So I just put those in. But trying to sell the jewelry. Oh, yeah, sure. They're sealed. I'm not going to open the envelope because I don't want, it's going to be a surprise like what years are in there. But it looks like this. and it's sealed. It was a little bent, but that's how it arrived to me in the mail because it was just like in a bag like this. So they were kind of like, crushed a little bit, but they're sealed. Not very much. It's in my store. Let me go into the store. I'll take a look. Of course, I gotta scroll through like 50 items or something. I switched them in, so they should be in here. Oh, I just saw it. Now I gotta. Oh, let me look. Oh, you just bought it. Well, that's the second time that's happened since yesterday. Somebody bought something. Sure, when they were asking to see something. Um, and I'm going to use a nice letter opener. My spinner's kind of in the way, but you can see that I'm doing this. Yeah, I was looking, I'm scrolling. I'm like, where the hell is it? Well, they're not Kennedy halves. They are little liars. Are they? Are they? Oh yeah, they are. Okay, I was like, what? 1971 and 2023. Yeah, they didn't tell me what the years were. Now, obviously, I know on the bicentennial ones, the uncirculated ones, but same with these, with the treasury envelopes. Yeah, but I thought the envelope's really cool. That's why I used the letter opener so it didn't like damage it in case you want to, reuse this and put, coins in it for somebody and you can just, tape it across the top. So funny since yesterday, three items, and I've missed two of them come across my screen because I was scrolling like, where is it? Where is it? I don't see that necklace. Some lady wanted a really nice, expensive necklace, and I'm like, I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't have any new 2024 pennies, but this one came in today too. This came in another Wheatie, San Francisco, 1953. Oh, okay. Are my stickers on the way? Yeah, I thought I was getting a package from you today, but I didn't. I got packages from other sellers. Hi, Perez. See, Perez. Celeste, is it? Oh, those will, yeah, those will take a while. Those are probably are those the white envelopes? Or did you guys, no, you guys did pickup. Okay, I remember that. So you probably just stuck them in the envelope. But I was the one that I had to pay the 455. So, or was it 435? Oh, okay. Cool. Oh, nice. Well, I'll be looking for those next week. That'll be cool. And then what else did I get today? I didn't list these yet, but I did list all the 50-cent pieces. I got these two proof quarters that came in. One is Missouri and one is Maine, 2003 and 2003. And they are decam gem proofs. I did not list them. If you're interested, I'll put those up. But, I'm not really a coin seller. I'm primarily a jewelry seller, but, I've also got some really unique candy that's in here that it's very hard to get. You don't see these in the stores anymore. You're probably too young to to know about these, the reeds. We got butterscotch, I've got root beer, and I've got cinnamon. And those are bomb. Oh, sell the rolls for $5 each. Oh, wow. Cool. Yeah, aren't they great? And I don't think the Reed's candy has anything to do with the Reed's like soda company. I think they're different Reed's. Yeah, I thought so. Well, I'll put this cool envelope aside for you. Yeah, if you want to buy the other ones, I'll open them live for you. Yeah, some lady bought the peridot and amethyst. Hey, B Taylor, come on into the shop. Well, thank you for supporting me. I like to support you too. I like to support people in the community. How you doing, B? Where are you checking in from tonight? Well, so far I got men in here, so I do have men's items. Remember, I still got those men's pocket knives and the Rusty Wallace watch, and I've got those the tie clasp that have the rubies in them, the Jostens, and I think there's also a Dante. Those are really expensive. Um, the Dante cufflinks. Some of those Dantes go like, $48, $50 for resale. Yeah. I've even got the Sony one. And there's only one in the world right now that's listed besides mine, and it's in the Netherlands. And with the shipping, it's going to be like over $100. And I think I have mine for a lot less than that. And it's like a promo item that Sony Music made for some of their executives. And I have one. Oh, okay. I don't have a smartwatch. I would like to have one that gives me eBay notifications, but those smartwatches also give you medical notifications. And I feel like I'm hooked up to enough medical equipment each day, and the pill alarm clock that goes off 4 times a day. So I don't want the Apple Watch because I don't want the guy like Siri or whoever she is screaming at me saying high blood pressure, low blood pressure, your heart just stopped, your heart just skipped a beat. Like no, I'm anxious enough. Oh, they don't scream at you? Can you turn off the medical part? Oh, that would be nice because I saw there's a guy that sells on here rally roots, and you know the guy's got money and he drives a Tesla and he's got the Apple Watch and he's got it somehow set up where when he sells something on eBay, he gets a little notification on the watch. And the notifications are supposed to work on the phone, but they don't always work, especially if I have my volume turned down. Yeah, but I live in an apartment and I have no place to plug it in. And since I'm not well, and it would just sit in my carport and the battery would drain. My Thai sponsor kid has a Tesla, but he's got one of those expensive ones, which I think he was crazy. I think he's got the Y model. Like, dang. If I was going to drive a Tesla, I would just drive the 3. But I would have to live somewhere where I could plug it in. Yeah, I'm not bougie enough either for a Tesla. I'm more of a Mustang kind of gal, but I don't have a Mustang now. I've had 3. I hope you guys that are here are checking out the shop. And I don't like the new ones because they're like turbocharged and they're trash. I have a little Toyota and it's nothing fancy, but it's the easiest car I've ever driven, and it's the easiest car to keep up and maintain, and nothing ever goes wrong. Knock on wood now that I say that. Better knock on that wanted envelope. Yeah, you should do something cool with that envelope when you get it. Why did I think you lived in a house? You live in an apartment too? How close is your town to Seattle, or is it a neighborhood within Seattle? Oh, okay. What's on the sticker board? I missed something. What did I miss? Hi, Glow Warm. Oh, Glow Warm. Let me be able to speak. Please check out the shop. Oh, okay, the wanted envelope. Yeah, it's nice. I like it. But I'm sending it to you. Yes. Yes. They changed the game with the golden envelopes now, the little effers. When you spin the wheel, there's only one golden envelope on the wheel. And then when that comes down, they reset the board and they add another one. So your chances are like 1 in 40. Yeah, I didn't think I was, and I did. And now I'm not. You know what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to unfollow them, or I might just creep in there just to take their, penny givey. So they have to spend $4.55 to send it to me from Minnesota, little effers. The ones that sent me the fake gold. Yes, they did. If you're watching me on YouTube, I apologize. But yeah, I found the little the little case that's got the gold in it. The piece of gold. That's a piece of friggin' foil. A-holes. Yeah, they should shut them down. But they wouldn't because they're running 2 channels 24 hours a day. Hey, Crazy Bagels. Thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. Check out my buy it now. The last 2 items that I've sold since last night, I missed the little notification on the screen because someone said, "Oh, can you check the price on that?" And I go into the shop and I'm scrolling and scrolling and I'm scrolling and I'm like, I can't find it. And then the people are yelling at me like, I just bought it. Oh, okay. Are you doing a show? Is it your show? Oh, okay. I'll check it out. I'm not going to be on here that long, so I'll check it out. I'll see you later. TH. Oh, and thanks for sending me what you mentioned earlier. I'll be looking forward to getting it next week, probably sometime. Doesn't take too long, I don't think, from Seattle. So I should be getting that really soon. Yeah, I will. I have a lot of little teeny items tracking right now from whatnot. It's kind of fun, Gives me something to look forward to besides the pill alarm in the doctor's office. Oh, by the way, if you're still here, the bunny went to the doctor yesterday, and I guess the little medication that I gave her that now someone told me not to give her, it must have worked because by the time she got to the vet, they said she was fine. So, but that's good news. I'm very happy. She's okay now. She's a little upset with me, but she's okay. Now, on the other hand, the night before she went, earlier that morning, the cat had a very, very bad tummy ache. So you can imagine how that ended up. Knowing that cat, she's probably got gold nuggets lying in her stomach because she's the one that's always after my pay dirt. But thanks for coming, and I will see you later. Oh, the piece spinning. I was just looking over at the YouTube chat. That is the banger piece. Oh, hey, Kelly, come on. Oh, welcome, welcome. B, that is the Goldet Egyptian piece from the Goldet Jewelry Company. And this was made sometime between, we think, the 50s or the 60s. And it's the banger piece. And I am the only person across all platforms who has this exact piece right now. They typically go for 250 or higher. And I think I have mine in at 175. If are you a reseller, B Taylor? Because I think I've seen you before. I may have even been to your show. You look familiar to me. Do you sell on Whatnot? And Humble seemed to know you as well. So are you a seller on here? Or are you just a buyer? Oh, okay. Well, I have not bought any soft plastics. I would have to. I'm not showing myself right now, but if you look at the picture in the shop, and you'll see it hanging. You'll see hanging photos. Oh, okay. I don't have any bars or anything like that tonight, but I do have coins and tokens and jewelry. Well, I do have that sterling silver Creed rosary cross or crucifix. It's actually a crucifix. Yeah, Kelly, make sure to look in the shop and tell me if you can see the pictures. Yes, I was. That's how I know you. Okay. Yeah, did you stay through the whole show? Because I was there from beginning to end for like 3.5 hours. Oh, yeah, at the very last draw that they had, I won a 1 gram silver bar from someone named Urban Prospecting. But nobody I know knows how to get a hold of the guy, so I've sent a message to Bob. So, it's better than nothing. I would have loved to have gotten some pay gold because I sent Bob a few pieces to give away. And I said, you can give these away or you can keep some of it. And then I also sent him shipping money. And then the guy that won is like his boss, who's like probably a block away from him. So I'm like, just keep the shipping money and put it in your pocket or go buy something. Oh, it's very heavy. Are you kidding? These are heavy. I mean, it's not like as heavy as the Monet cable chain. It's not going to be like uncomfortable heavy like if you wear it. Yeah, some lady saw it last night and said she wants to come in today and she may buy it today, but she wanted to talk to her daughter. I hate when people say that, like, oh, especially if it's a woman and they say, I have to talk to my husband first. Like, oh, geez. And I have nothing against marriage or companionship, but when some woman in 2025 says, well, they'll call me as a PI, and it's like I'm mostly retired and I don't usually deal with the general public because they think it's like TV and or in the movies, and then when they find out how much it's going to cost, they're like, well, let me talk to my husband. And the other day some lady called me from Texas, and then I heard some guy yelling in the background, and she's like, oh, that's my husband. And then she's like, well, we're going to hire you and we're going to pay you whatever, but he's getting cranky right now and I'll call you back later. And that was what, a week ago? Because she had to talk to her husband. Just pisses me off. This lady, she bought a really banger piece yesterday. She bought if you've been watching, she bought the peridot amethyst piece, and I realized that I had it way too low on Whatnot. Then I had it like on the Bay and Macari and Facebook Marketplace, and I was taking it down, and I'm like, oh dang, I like lost at least $25, and they go for $200. It's one of a kind, but similar pieces go for over $200. So she got a steal, and I'm like, it's fine. If you want to resell it, you can resell it. But I think she bought it for herself, and then she was like, I really, really want this piece. And I told her the whole history and how I got it. And, you know, I'm willing to let it go for way less than it's worth just because I have to recover my funds. Yeah, I don't know all the Egyptian terms for the items that are hanging from it, but I know that the guy that looks like King Tut is like a pharaoh. These are Egyptian pharaohs. In this company, it doesn't exist anymore. These pieces are rare. Oh, you mean on the bottom? These pieces here? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name because when I saw this in the auction and I could only see this piece, I didn't see the rest of it. I just saw this laying in a pile and I had like 10 seconds to bid. It looked like a perfume bottle, but it's not a perfume bottle. Yeah, I've had this for a long time, Kelly. Well, not that long, maybe a couple months. But yeah, I just decided to put it out tonight because it's usually hanging on the wall, so Kelsa doesn't get to it. Oh, is that what that is? Jeez, that's kind of gross. Well, no organs here, I promise. Wow. Yeah, but mine is absolutely perfect. Oh, okay. So why did they give them beetles? I didn't know those were beetles on the bottom. But now that you say that, I can see what you're saying. Oh, for good luck. Yeah, one of the beetles has the Goldet tag, and then there's another Goldet stamp on the bottom of the. Well, what is the organ bottle called? There's an actual name for that, and it doesn't open, but it looks like it does, but because it has a seam, like it opens, but it doesn't. And I got a bunch of really new cool coins in that I put up too. TH Stacker just came in and bought a couple of them. Well, two of them in one envelope, but I still have more. And then I have the Bombs Reeds. These came in today too. These are very hard to get. Root beer, butterscotch, and cinnamon. And I got a couple of bicentennial pieces and the Kennedy half dollars that came in the Treasury Department envelopes with a mystery year. Oh, cool. Yeah, I just know they're referred to as the Goldet Egyptian Statement Revival pieces. And some people thought they were made around the time of the King Tut tour, but I was in the sixth grade when that tour happened, and I think these are from the 50s or the 60s. Now I could be wrong on that, but most places I've seen them listed say 50s to 60s. And the company, they've been gone for forever, so there's no way to contact anybody to know for sure. And I can't open up WorthPoint because I don't pay the $30 or $40 a month that they would need. I pay enough. I pay $55 a month just for my YouTube editor. So I can, and I have to pay monthly for the eBay store, and plus all the supplies. And so if I were a full-time seller and I was selling thousands of dollars worth of stuff a month, then I would have the WorthPoint subscription. And I scored a really cool necklace last night. I don't have it yet, but I scored a sterling silver cross that's made of mother of pearl in sterling. And it looks older. It looks vintage. And I asked the guy, like, did you test it? And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, it's marked. But he goes, I did clean it. He said the chain was blackened. And then I cleaned it. And he said, see, it's shiny now. There's also some kind of stones in it, too. And he wondered if they were diamonds. But I was like, well, you have to test silver because 50% of silver is falsely marked. But he goes, oh, but I cleaned it and a bunch of black stuff came off. And I'm like, oh, well, that's a good sign that it's real. Because if it was fake silver, it wouldn't have polished up. But the cross itself looks like it needs some more detailed cleaning. But once I get it, I'm going to clean it up and I'll probably list it. I also got a wallet from the guy. It's not a lady's wallet, it's a men's wallet, but I think I can sell it for around 30. Maybe not on Whatnot, but probably like on the Bay or something. I got these treasury envelopes. There could be silver in here. I'm not sure because they're Kennedy halves. There's two each in each envelope. They're sealed, and I didn't open them. Now, the one that PH just bought, he asked me to open it live on the air, so I did. The wanted envelope. So that was opened live on the air. There was like an early 70s piece and a later piece. Oh, and the wanted envelope. They're just like these envelopes. They have the Kennedy halves, but I don't know the years because it's supposed to be a mystery. I got them from somebody, and I have two of the treasury envelopes left. The wanted envelope was already sold out. Oh, that's the wanted envelope. That's sold. Hi, T. Minnick. Please check out my shop or my buy it now. Well, check out my shop and click buy it now. And then you can see items. I have jewelry, coins, and tokens. And I got a few candy items as well, and a few whatnots. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. I like to throw in something for everybody. But I added a lot of coin items tonight, and I added the reeds. I've got 3 rolls of reeds. Hi, Leslie. Welcome in. Please visit my shop. I should probably go pin an item. I went to do that earlier. And the last few items I had sold, somebody bought them when I was scrolling through the shop, and I didn't see the, the notification. So if I miss your notification, let me know. Hey, Barry, please check out the shop. Wow, 6 people in here. We weren't even rated. Sorry about that. Pill alarm. Yeah, I'm old as dirt. Let's see if I have any offers. No, I don't see any offers in the offer tab. I'll pin the coins, the mystery coins. Oh, I lost 3 people while I went to go pin an item. I guess I should go grab that pill while I'm waiting. Hey, beauty lover. Please check out my shop. Check out my buy it now. I have an extra roll of that Reed's. I think I'm going to try one. Those are so good. I've got butterscotch, root beer, and cinnamon. Oh, wow. I just tried one of those root beer flavored ones. Oh, wow. I tried a butterscotch earlier today, and now I just tried the Reed's root beer. It's in the shop. Those are good. For those that are in here that are still with me, those are fantastic. And they don't expire till the end of 2026. Oh, wow. Somebody's going to love those. I hope somebody buys them or I'll eat them all. Let me go find something else to pin while we're waiting here. Oh, somebody's watching the Goldette. Is that you, Kelly? Somebody's watching that Goldette. Okay. Hey, send me an offer. I gotta get rid of this. I'm gonna miss it hanging on my wall. And I'm not gonna go too cheap on it because if I don't get what it's worth or close to what it's worth, I'm just gonna keep it. Yeah, I just added the Hello Kitty, I think yesterday. And I added all those 50-cent pieces today, even the bicentennial ones and the Reeds with the 3 different flavors. And I should, probably by the middle to end of next week, I should finally be getting another blue box. Yeah, I got 2 of them. They're the nice ones. They're the uncirculated 50-cent pieces. I don't want to really touch them with my hands because I don't want to get them dirty because they're uncirculated. So I'll just hold them like that on the envelope because I don't want my fingers to touch them. Because I don't want to get any like finger oil or I don't really have oily skin, but still. Because they're uncirculated and I don't have the gloves on. 2 bicentennial Kennedy halves. Those are really cool. They're in the shop. They're not very expensive. Who is Mr. Taylor? I don't see that on my end. That's weird. I remember B. Taylor. He was in here, but that was a long time ago. Oh, there he is. Yeah, it's weird. You know, you could see that, Kelly, on your screen, and I couldn't see it. Oh, you move around. So you were in the B&B prospecting show today. That's how I know you. Were you under the same username? Okay. Yeah, did you see me score the win? I was the very last winner. And it was like, let me look at my list. I was keeping a running list for them. There were 19 winners, and I was number 19. Yeah. And apparently, do you know who Urban Prospecting is? Do you know how to reach him? I sent Bob an email. Indiana. Hi, Daveda. Thanks for coming in. Hey, please check out my shop. I have almost everything in the buy it now. Apparently, it's a silver germanium bar. And Dina Littlehale won the first one. up in Maine, and that was prize number 6, and I won the last one, which was prize number 19. I know. One time I actually won a bag of pay dirt from Bob, and it was some of the best pay dirt that I had ever hunted. Actually, I have to check that because I won a bag from him. Was that the one? But I also bought a bag from him. Yeah. So I'd have to look that up to see who provided the pay dirt because I've won from a couple of different shows before. Hayes Insurance, thanks for coming. Please check out my shop. I've got everything from jewelry to coins to tokens. I've even got a few candy items, and I got some cool 50-cent pieces that came in today, too, if you're a coin person. I'm basically here for jewelry, opal seeds. I have the opals. Yeah, I've already sold a couple of them. No, I actually have some real opals. I don't have any beads today. The closest thing I have to beads are the real black onyx beads that are on the new with tags, new old stock necklace. I'm surprised somebody hasn't bought that yet. Hi, TM Road. Let me check my shop in case I missed something while I've been trying to run both chats. Nope, I only got one sold. Let's go for 2. You mean my loose opals? My stones? Oh yeah, I still have a few left. Do you need to see them? I'll have to get them out of the box. Oh, you just looked. Okay. Yeah, somebody bought one just the other night. I'm keeping one for myself, and I've sold 2. So I think there's like 4 left. And they're all a little different. But they're little. Oh, I think that would be very hard to do because they're very small. I have some bigger ones, but I don't have them listed. Ones that I have won. I have like 3 different sizes actually, but those are my winnings. Does it show you the count? It should show you the count, how many are left. Okay. Yeah, if I get rated tonight, I'll run a raid givey. Now that I sold, Oh, 4. Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah, because I think I started with 7, and I've sold 2, and I'm keeping 1. So my math was correct in my mind. They're cute. I'm gonna move my candy over. I don't want the cat to find that. Yeah, according to TH, I've got some penny rolls coming. That's cool. Oh, and I wasn't really planning on selling the shark teeth, but if somebody wants to buy like a single, I'll just put it in a nice little case and send it out. Yeah, those are the opals. They have little cases like these, but they're round instead of square. So I can put the opals in there or put the shark teeth in there, I think. H. Greg, thanks for coming in. Yeah, I don't know what people are wanting to make with them or what they're doing with them. I think they're just, I sent one to Bob. He got one as a gift because, he's given me several things on his YouTube channel. I got another poker chip in the mail. So I've got like mine, and I've got the humble stacker, which, well, he's known as TH Stacker on here, and I've got the empty pan. And I've got to get one off to Alaska so I can get one from Alaska Assassin. Hi, Angel. Thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Go to my Buy It Now. Do you know anybody, Kelly, that wants Hello Kitty? Because if nobody buys that, I'm keeping that bracelet. Because I like Hello Kitty. You are looking at the Goldet Egyptian piece. This is my banger piece. Well, besides my black Akoya pearls from Japan, this is my banger piece. This is from the Goldet Jewelry Company. They were in New York back in the mid-century, and they made all their pieces in my birth state of Rhode Island. And this is super rare. These are the things that are, yeah, I don't have Worth Point, but this is the kind of thing that's listed on Worth Point, and I can see that it is, but I can't see the sold comps. But I can see the sold comps on eBay research, and I can see one had just sold on Etsy and one had sold on eBay before I listed mine for a lot of money. Like these go for, 200, 250 bucks, sometimes more probably, if I could see Worth Point, which I can. And I just need to recover the money from the box that it came out of. So that's why I'm willing to go a little bit cheaper. If you look at the pictures in the shop, you'll actually see like what it looks like when it's hanging. Yeah, Kelly wanted me to model it, but I'm not in good enough condition to show my face right now and to model something. I'm not even dressed properly. And Kelly, I did have a single mastectomy, so I'm in a little thin walking around the house t-shirt. Nobody wants to see that. I would not be with one breast. I would not be suitable to be a model. And it won't fit on the necklace, the little necklace display because it's too long. It's too heavy. It would just fall over. So that's why I have the pictures on the description. There was a lady that came in last night who bought the peridot piece with the amethyst, and she said she may come back today and buy this, but I haven't heard from her. Oh, wow. Is the pharaoh on the top King Tut, or is it just a pharaoh? Or is it King Tut? Yeah, I didn't think so. And so the two pharaohs or the two people on the left are his slaves or his servants. Oh, wow. Yeah, I found the name of what looked like when it was lying in the auction, all I could see was the bottle and I couldn't see the rest of it. So I didn't know what it was, and I thought it was a perfume bottle. But then I saw some Egyptian pieces that were hidden under other pieces, and I thought, you know what? Those pieces may all fit together. I hope it's all in one piece when I get it. And it was. I got very lucky because none of the pieces were broken or missing. I mean, it looks like it's never even been worn, and it's got to be 60 years old. Oh, okay. So they get upgraded from a slave to a servant? Wow. Oh, is that the one you saw on the History Channel? Yeah, I have two Egyptian pieces in here because I have the token and I have the necklace. And the token's 24 karat gold plated. And it also has the pharaohs and it has the pyramids. Oh, I got lots of coins. I got over 200 coins that are in the bucket. Those are the world coins and the tokens. They're from all over the world, all different kinds of years. I haven't looked at them all. They're just a mystery grab. I just reach in blind and I'll pull them out. And I'll show them to you live. Like, if you want to, if you want me to draw them, in front of you, I'll be happy to do so. But they're just inexpensive. They're not like something that I can go through them and list them coin by coin by coin. It would just be a waste of time and money. So, hi Dior lady, thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Check out my buy it now. Well, I've already been on here longer than I had planned. More than an hour. And I have one little teeny sale. So I've made about $4, not including the cost of my supplies. So I'm going to have to sell something soon, or we're going to have to just go, like, leave and go do a raid for somebody and help somebody else. And we'll try to find another jewelry seller. I was hoping to get a raid, and then I can do a raid giving and bring some people in, but that hasn't happened yet tonight. I do think I'm going to cook a little something in the oven, but I don't want the place to heat up. But I need something besides a couple of Reed's candies in my stomach. So, uh, somebody better buy those Reeds because I don't want to eat that. I can have one occasionally, and I had two just to try them today. But yeah, that's a banger piece. It's going to look good when I put it back up on the wall tonight. The lady from Texas who said she was going to come back today, I haven't seen her yet. She's got a show tomorrow. Hopefully she sent me the link. Because I have 3,000 people or something that I'm watching, so if she doesn't send me the direct message. Is what squishy? Oh, the reeds? No, they're hard. It's that famous hard candy that I think they made these when I was a baby. Well, actually, they started in 1893. It's hard candy. One is cinnamon, one is butterscotch, and one is root beer. And you have a choice. Well, you'd have to buy. I have 3 separate listings, one for each flavor. It's that specialty Reed's candy. You have to order them online. They're not really available in the stores anymore. Unless you go to like a specialty, like candy soda shop, they might have them. I'm going to go run something really quick. Let's see. Random. I'm going to edit this. Let's see. And we will do. I have 25 of these. Do a flash on this for. Oh, it's only 30 seconds. I should have reset that. That's weird how the chat's running because you were able to see B. Taylor come back into the show and I couldn't see it right away. But you could see it on your end, which is really weird because I'm the hostess, or the host, but I couldn't see it. Let me remove the flash off of that. Yeah, I have to manually take that down to get rid of that. Oh, thank you. Oh, and you know what? For some reason, your name. I don't know why the mod button keeps kicking off. I just turned it on right now. Usually, when I set up the show, it'll show like who's modding. I just clicked it next to your name, so it should work now. Yeah, it's kind of like YouTube unsubscribing people. They say if people stop watching your videos or they don't comment on your videos, that YouTube just randomly unsubscribes people now. I've heard that some of the big YouTubers that have like millions of subs say that you know YouTube will do a cleanup like that, and the next day they've lost 100,000 subs or whatever. Like what? I'm 3 away from 1,500. The lady in Texas that bought the Peridot, she was very seriously thinking of buying this, but she said she wanted to talk to her daughter. I wouldn't be as upset about getting rid of it if it went to somebody I knew, because then I would know it would be well taken care of. Yeah, I think a reseller's going to come and get it because they'll be able to resell it for more. They'll have time to sit on it. I just need to recover the boxes, the funds for the boxes because I have more coming. And this one didn't come from a blue box. This came from a Shop Goodwill box that was almost $200. So, oh, it says Goldette. It's got two signatures. It's got this one on the whatever this organ bottle is called. There's actually a name for that. And then it also says Goldette on one of the little, you said it was Beatles. There's another tag right behind there that says Goldette. So it's stamped twice, which is unusual to see something stamped twice, but it is. No, they didn't call it an urn. They called it something else because I looked, I did a lot of research and it was like, oh, that's what that word is. And I didn't like say that. Now I can't find it. So the beetle is a scarab, if I'm pronouncing that right. But then the urn, it's called something else. There's an Egyptian name for it. That's very nice. And then I didn't realize that the little Egyptian guys below were the slaves. I know that the guy in the centerpiece is a pharaoh. Yeah, it looks like it's never even been worn. And it's heavy, but it's not like chunky heavy like the Monet. That's, like wearing a motorcycle chain. And I don't mean the butterfly Monet that's on the display, but I mean the big chunky Monet. You'll see it in the listings, but it's in a box somewhere because it's just so heavy that if I try to hang it up, it just tips everything over. But you need to save your money, Kelly, so you should probably stop thinking about that. Oh, Canapic jars? That may be what I saw. Wow. I know they were similar looking to a perfume bottle, but that's not what it is. Because they used to have the perfume bottle in jewelry back in the day. And you just carried it around your neck. Canapic jars. Wow, okay. Cool. Of course, I could be totally mispronouncing that. Yeah, besides the Japanese pearl, which they're my own, so I kind of hate to get rid of them. This is the banger piece. And if it doesn't sell soon, I think I'm just going to raise it to what it's actually worth, and I'm just going to have it across all platforms, and I'm going to renew the listings to get them, boosted in the algorithm. And the closer it gets to the holidays, someone will probably buy it outright, or they'll just shoot me an offer. Because we already passed June 25th, so that means we have less than 6 months for the holidays, which I'm actually looking forward to this year. Not that I'm going to do anything, but if I can live that long, I get to go off my cancer drug in December. So bring on Christmas. Of course, here in LA after July 4th, it'll be Halloween. Oh, you know what? My school that I was in at the time did that too, but I didn't make the trip for some reason. I think I was like sick that day or something. But I've seen mummies. I've seen mummies like in Europe and stuff like that, but still, that would have been a cool thing to see. I can't even remember where in Europe I saw mummies, but I did. I was only 9. Oh, yeah. Well, cats do know everything, as does Amelia Kinsley Bunny. She's smarter than the cat. Hi, Amelia. She's in her little hide right now, but her little face is sticking out. It's so cute. And I'm so happy she got a clean bill of health yesterday. You'll have to see the update. See the update on Facebook. But so far today, they're fine. Now the cat is still scratching her face. So I'm gonna have to watch the cat. She hid under the sofa for most of the day yesterday, and I finally had to like push her out because rabbits need to constantly be eating and going to the bathroom, and she won't do that underneath the sofa. She's not going to go on the floor. She'll go in her toilet. So she has her own litter pan. It's pink. It's gorgeous, just like her. Rabbits can sit in their litter pans for hours eating their hay. They like to eat hay while they're using the facilities. Hi, Auntie's Closet. Please come look at my shop. Click the buy it now. Giaros. Garos or Giaros? Please check my shop. I'll be going off the air soon, people. We have not had a giveaway tonight, and I've only sold one item, so yeah, there is a woman underneath him. Yeah, it's definitely a lady. Yeah, too bad you don't have WorthPoint. If you were like a full-time reseller, you'd probably have that app. Actually, I don't think it's an app. It's a website, and then you could do a lot more research. But the research that they have on there is only research that they get from other reselling sites. So if somebody misspoke or mistyped or missaid something, then it's not accurate information. But at least you can see the prices, and not the listed prices, but the sold prices, the actual comps. It's like selling a house. You could list it for $1 million, but if it only comps for $500,000, then your house is only worth $500,000. So listing prices don't mean anything. Only solds mean everything. Now I've seen a couple older ones that were cheaper, but they were broken, or they had like some of them are gold plated or gold colored, and like the tarnish or the gold was all worn off, the plating. And so, and a lot of them, if you look at these, a lot of them have the entire bottom missing. Like you'll just see the pharaoh, but you won't see the bottom pieces because they're missing. Or it won't have the chain. And I think even the pieces are valuable. This is something, once this gets sold and I make decent enough money for it, I'm going to keep an eye out for these. I wouldn't pay up for one. But every now and then, you have to, I hate to say this, but you have to factor in the idiot factor, that sometimes people don't know what they're selling. And I may find that out next week when I get the mother of pearl cross with the necklace and the wallet, because the guy was new. He was very nice. He was from Massachusetts. Very nice guy. He was at work in the middle of the night doing a live whatnot from his job. And there was a lot of things he just didn't know how to do. And I had to keep like saying, oh, you have to push this button, or you have to go to this tab. And he wanted to know what the return window was on whatnot. I said, there are no returns. All sales are final. And he's like, what do you mean all sales are final? He goes, this is not like eBay. And I was like, no, this is not eBay. Sales are final. There are no returns. And then people were asking him, well, can I trade my item for something else? And I was just like, final, final, final. And I see that his shipping's a little slow too. And he was just like, oh, please, everybody, I'm trying so hard. And he didn't understand that the items could have pre-bids. And he was trying to sell something. They agreed to a price of $20 and to buy it now. But the lady bid $1 on the auction. And he was like, oh my God, I can't sell this for $1. It's $20. And how do I undo this? And I was like, oh my God. They both had no idea. They were like, what's a pre-bid? And I'm like, well, she put in $1, but her proxy's 20, but she didn't put 20. She put 20 in as a proxy, but because she was the only bidder and he had all the items listed as $1, it was going to sell for $1, and they were going to charge her account $1 instead of $20. So I thought, every now and then I see somebody like that, and they just have random items. They're not in any particular category. and they have no clue what they're doing. And it's like, that's when, as a whatnotter, you've got to be able to come in and not take advantage, but get in on the bottom floor. Yeah, I don't even see an echo on my screen, Kelly. That's so funny. I believe you that she's here, she or he, but I don't have that person on my screen. Wow. Somebody's here besides us. Yeah, isn't this so cool? Yeah, I don't see that person. But I didn't see B. Taylor come back either. But look at that. Isn't that bomb? I was hoping the lady from Texas who was very serious about buying this, but she said she had to talk to her daughter. And then that's when my heart kind of sank. But not as heavy as if she had said, well, I got to talk to my husband. You know, when women say that to you, you just, that's it. It's over. When they gotta talk to their husband. You know. But she's like, no, I want to show these to my daughter. And I do have an advantage right now on this because I'm the only seller across all platforms, unless some new ones recently went up in the last couple of days. I'm the only person on here, not just Whatnot, but on Etsy, eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, Whatnot Marketplace. I am the only person that has one of these right now. And I've had a couple of people come in on Whatnot that were jewelry sellers that actually knew what this was and said they knew way more than I do. And they said, you have this too low. I'm telling you, I had two people come in and said, April, you need to change the price. It's too low. But yeah, you do the research. And if you find another one, let me know. I saw one that sold for 90 somewhere, but it had missing pieces. And I saw one that was local to me, but it wasn't like in my neighborhood, but it was in LA County, and it was only like half the necklace. And I was just like, oh my God, like that's only half. And I don't even see that anymore. So did it sell? I don't know. And a lot of people, they don't even know how to list them. They don't know that it's a goldette, you know. And I didn't know what it was. But I saw the urn, or the, what is it called? Starts with the C. Let's see, the Canopic jar. And I thought that was one of those old perfume bottles. But it had all kinds of jewelry like around it and on top of it. And then behind it, I could see part of the, not the pharaoh, but his little slaves. I could see, and I could see the little bit, but they all were like in a big pile, you know, and it was like, I think that could be one big giant piece. Like, oh my God, but I didn't know who made it. So I had to wait to get it. And luckily, it was from the LA District Goodwill, which that never happens. But they didn't mail it right away either. But it just had to come. I mean, I could have gone down there and picked the damn thing up, probably, if I wasn't disabled. It's driving distance from me. It's over in Los Feliz Echo Park area. It's kind of in a bad area. It's not like in the rich Los Feliz, you know, like where Brad Pitt lives and people like that. It's like it's on the east side of. It's just north of Frogtown. But that's the district Goodwill. So they've actually got a bins over there, and there's only two bins in all of LA. But you have to get to the bins early. You can make a fortune if you have a bins in your town. And I heard that Birmingham, Alabama has a bins, and that it's absolutely bomb. Some states don't even have a bins. And it's a totally different setup than a regular Goodwill thrift shop. And we actually have two of them in LA. We have one in Panorama City, which mileage wise isn't that far, but it's kind of in a really crap part of town. And then we have the LA District bins that's right next door to the LA District store where this box came out of. And I have to tell you that the LA store is a lot like the Hackensack, New Jersey store, where it's for New York City and New Jersey. It's that whole New York metropolitan area, and they get some banger items. And I have a box. It was delayed, but I do have one that's en route from the Hackensack store. I can't wait. But that's a blue box, which is not what this kind of box. This was a shop Goodwill district box. Totally different thing. So that's what I'm going to be doing over July 4th, hopefully, because I think my item's going to hopefully come by the 2nd or the 3rd. And those boxes can take me a minimum of a week to go through. And then there's another one that's going to be stacking up behind it. I got to do a little investigation on early Monday morning and see if I can tell where that one's coming from. Because if I could figure that out in advance, I might be able to contact someone and say, hey, I need that box out like ASAP. But there's a holiday next week, so that's gonna mess up the mail and FedEx and UPS. Everything's gonna be messed up next week. And it probably won't get straightened out until like Monday. The following Monday. And by that time in LA, and you will laugh at this, but in LA after July 4th, you got to run down to CVS and get the Halloween items, so or they'll be gone long before Halloween because they'll be replaced with the Christmas stuff. This is the last season that's in is July 4th, and then after that, it's all Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas in the stores here. Which is weird because we don't really get hot until August, September, October, and sometimes into November. So while the rest of the country is sipping their holiday Starbucks, we're roasting and on fire. So it's kind of hard to get into the holiday spirit here. Oh, my little bunny. She's washing her little bunny face. She washed a lot yesterday because, a strange man touched her. She did not like that. And then I had to hold her down while he looked in the ears and looked in her mouth and see her little teethies. Oh my God. She is such a sweetie. If somebody buys a necklace, that's going to pay her doctor bills. Because I have 2 doctor bills to pay for her. Well, it'll almost cover them, not including the fees. And it won't cover her otoscope because I bought an otoscope for her because she has giant ears. She has like Bugs Bunny ears. So I had to actually get some medical equipment for that. Yes. You have your own medical equipment. Well, let me check the solds. Nope, don't see it. And the offers. Nope, no offers. That's disappointing. The last 2 sales I've got, one today and one last night, I missed both of them on the screen because someone told me to go look in they wanted to know where something was in the shop. And I'm like, hold on, let me check. And while I was looking for it, they were buying it. And I missed the notifications. And by the time I got back to the screen where I could see the chat, they're like, oh, I already bought it. Hi, Michelle. Thanks for coming. Oh, you're not the same Michelle that bought the. There was a Michelle that bought the peridot last night. Is that you? Did you change your username, or are you a different Michelle? Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a Michelle last night from Texas, but she used initials. And she goes, "Oh, I have a business account, but this is my personal account." And she bought the peridot. So when I saw that, I was like, "Oh my gosh." Please check the shop and check the buy it now. But you're welcome to come in, Michelle. All Michelles are welcome. Oh, okay. I'm in California, and the other Michelle is in Texas. She bought one of my banger pieces last night, and she was talking about she may come back today and buy the Egyptian piece that you see on the spinner on the screen. So I wanted to go back on the air just in case that Michelle comes back to buy it. She had to have a powwow with her daughter first, which is understandable. It's a lot to spend. No, I do not have a white gold necklace. I do have a gold tone Monet butterfly with the white enamel wings, but I don't have any white gold. And I do have one silver piece. You too. Thanks for coming by. Are you still here, Kelly? Oh, thank you. I'm going to have you mod for just a minute. You don't have to, but I'm going to go to the other room and I'll be right back. Thank you. I have to turn on the oven at like 6:30. Oh, what was he asking you? Well, unless it's private, then don't say. Yeah, I got to go to TH Stacker's show at 7, but I got to get some momentum on my show first. Oh, there's the Egyptian gold plated. I think I need to change the title on that because it's like 24 karat gold plated, and I think I forgot to put the gold part in that, or the 24K part. I have to look at the description. Hi, Emma Adam. Thanks for coming back. Oh yeah, the Japanese pearls. Oh, I think the ghost of my ex-boyfriend will come and haunt me if I sell those pearls. I've got, my cat's name is Kelsa Kinsley, but then there's the real Kelsa Kinsley, so I can differentiate between my Kelsa, well, both of my Kelsas, my Kelsa, my friend, and Kelsa, my cat. And so when I say the real Kelsa Kinsley, I'm referring to Kelsa, the person. And I have a few pieces, just a few pieces of her jewelry, but there's no money on earth that I would take for those. I'm not going to show them here. There's some necklaces and some earrings. Oh, and I do have a piece of boot jewelry from her as well. And since I retired, I had to go to court 3 times since she passed, and I wore it to court, and we like kicked ass on the case. I mean, I win all my cases in court. I'm like Nancy Grace, I've even though I'm not a lawyer, I've won every case I've ever been in court for my entire career, and I had a piece of her with me in court, and we won. Yeah, I know it should say 24 karat gold plated, so I'm gonna have to fix that later tonight. Oh, you know what? I actually know her, Kelly, and she's nothing like what you see on TV. That's just a big act. She's actually a Georgia love bug. Oh, she's nothing like that. That's all an act. She's we we let's just say we get along very well. I mean, she's not like my best friend or anything, but yeah. I've actually got some pictures of her and I and my Thai friend together. I took my Thai friend. I had to go pick her up at her work. I called her and said, I got to come pick you up. You just have to take an hour off because we're going over to meet Nancy. And she was like, Nancy who? And I'm like, Nancy Grace. And she was like, what? She's like, I'm not ready. I'm not dressed. Oh my God, I'm all sweaty for my job. I'm like, just don't worry about it. Like, and then Nancy comes walking in and she was all sweaty. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I just got off the set of a cooking show and I'm all stinky. I'm sorry. We were just cracking up. Because my friend had just said, I can't go. I'm all sweaty from my job. Oh my God, I can't go. And I'm like, I look like shit too. Oh, it's all an act. It's. I'm telling you, I've got a whole camera full of pictures of all of us together. And it was before I was diagnosed with my cancer, but I think I already had the cancer in my body, so it was already showing like cancer fat. So I don't think I look great, but I have this cute little hat on in the pictures, and she's adorable. I look like shit in the picture. My friend, all of her makeup had worn off because she like sweats on her shop. So she was like, I'm sweaty. I can't go. And then Nancy comes off and oh my God. And she's like, oh, I just got out of the cooking show down the street at CBS. And I'm all, so do I smell? I'm stinky. We were laughing. We had a great time that night. And it's funny because I've also she used to be on TV a lot with Jane Velez Mitchell. And I've met her too. And I'm online friends with the other one that hangs out with them. Well, there's 2 more. There's Diane Diamond and Ann Bremner. And I know all of these women, but I've only met Jane and Nancy face to face. Yeah, Jane is great. She's fantastic. I've got a picture of me and Jane. I'll send it to you. I'll have to find it. I've got a picture, and it's one of the best pictures I've ever taken. And it was funny because at the time, you know, her ex girlfriend was there who wrote a book with her, and she was super nice. And there was another girl that she had been with who was a straight woman who was now dating Jane, and she looked like she had been crying. Her eyes were all red and swollen, so I don't know what went on before they got there. And she just kept checking me out for some reason. I don't know why. I definitely don't look like a gay woman. I'm not a gay woman. I'm a straight woman, and I don't think I look like a gay woman. But And this lady didn't either. She was a good looking blonde. And she came up to me and she was like, "So, how do you know Jane?" Like kind of smirky, or snarky. "How do you know Jane?" And then we just took a great picture. And the lady that took the picture was her ex-girlfriend, Sandra, who she wrote the book with. And then there was some other pictures, and there was a lady, but nobody knew who she was. And I put it on my Facebook, and Ann Bremner, who has sometimes hosted Nancy's show during emergencies where Nancy couldn't make it, and she's been on the show a lot. Oh, she's fantastic. Um, she's like, "Oh, I know that woman. She's a book publisher, and she lives on Bainbridge Island, in Seattle." And I was like, "Oh my God, what a small world!" Because she knew the publisher. Or actually, she was the agent. That's who she was. She wasn't the publisher. She was the agent. And I can't remember her name to save my life. But it was Anne that recognized her. She was there with Jane and with Sandra. So I know Jane and I know Sandra. I did not speak to the lady that was the publisher. And Harvey Levin was there. I got to meet Harvey Levin. He was there. I've been on his show before on TMZ with my Thai friend over at can I speak now? Tila Tequila's house. That's a tongue twister. But I had never actually met Harvey Levin before. He was there. He's a little guy too. I didn't know that. He's a really little tiny guy. But Nancy, oh my gosh. Me and my best friend know her. Harvey Levin from TMZ. And he's a lawyer too, as is Anne, as is Nancy. But Jane is not a lawyer, and Diane Diamond's not a lawyer, but she's a journalist. She was doing a live broadcast for a while. She wanted me to come on with her, Diane, but I didn't do that one. But so the one that I know the best is Nancy, but that's it. But she doesn't live in LA, so I've only met her one time. But she did do a video for me on her Instagram, and I was going to go do a show with her. I was actually asked in Los Angeles. They were going to hire me, CBS, to do something on a show. And then she quit, and then I was like, "Oh good, I don't have to do it now." No, he's a real little guy. Harvey's little. And he's a friend of Jane's. That's why he was at the same function I was at with Jane and with Sandra. And the girlfriend, I can't remember her name. She was a blonde lady from New Jersey, and she was like, I think she had a couple of kids. She was just some housewife from New Jersey who hooked up with Jane. And she was the one that was kind of like getting snarky, like, "Well, how do you know Jane?" Like, oh my God. Oh, I wouldn't do a flash on that, but I couldn't afford to. I can do a flash on like $1 item or a $2 item. I can't do a flash on that. But it is in the buy it now, and it does have best offer. But yeah, I'm not going to go very much lower than what it is because, like I said, before you know it, after next week, and I will take pictures to prove it to you. The stores in this area get the fall stuff before July 4th, but they wait until after July 4th. So depending on which store and how much summer stuff that they've sold is when they actually put it up. Like the Studio City store may have it before the Burbank stores. And then the next in line, well, they just skip right over Thanksgiving to Christmas here. So people will start shopping for that in probably September. And it's almost July, so there will not be a flash on a banger piece. Flashes are for like somebody sending me some rolls of wheat pennies. And I can do, 50-cent flashes on those because people are selling wheat pennies and even non-wheat pennies all day long for $1 plus shipping now because the penny's getting ready to be eradicated by Donald Trump. And as much as it sounds like a good idea, it'll cost him 4 times more money to make the extra nickels that we're going to be short. But he's not the brightest bulb in the bunch. So we'll say 50 million maybe on the penny production, but we'll lose 200 million on the nickel production most likely. And I can tell you from being a metal detectorist that nickels are the least made coin. And they're going to be the highest sought after coin after this penny shortage starts. Not to get political here, but it might work. I mean, they did it in Canada, but Canada has the loonie and the toonie coins, which I wish we had here because back when I was metal detecting for 20 years, it would paid for a lot of the parking at the beach, which is about $15 a pop. It would pay for it. Oh, it's coming. There's no more blanks being made. They're going to still produce pennies under the blanks that they currently have, and the blanks are expected to run out by early 2026. And they will be dated 2025. There will be no 2026 penny, even if they have some of the blank material left over to print them. That'll still be the 2025 stamp. So any 2025 pennies or penny rolls that you can get, grab them. And how many few million he's going to save, I think it's 50 some million. A penny cost almost 4 cents to make, but a nickel cost almost 15 cents to make. So would you rather spend an extra 3 cents to make more pennies, or would you rather spend an extra 15 cents to make more nickels? Is what it's going to come down to. Nickels are the least printed coins out of the penny, the nickel, the dime, and the quarter. That probably doesn't apply to dollar coins or 50-cent coins. But yeah, it'll cost a lot of money to make those 15-cent nickels. And what he hasn't accounted for is that most people don't use cash anymore or coin, and most people pay digitally now or with a credit card. And all the point of sales machines and receipts are going to have to be reprogrammed because they're going to round up or round down. Anything 1 or 2 cents will round down. Anything 3 or 4 cents will round up. And the receipts will have to accommodate the rounding up and the rounding down. Only if it's 3 or 4 cents. If it's 1 or 2 cents, they will round down. They've already decided that. But the point of sale systems that are all computerized will all have to be replaced or reprogrammed. So it's going to be an accounting nightmare. So there's already a run on the pennies right now. People are off looking for them. This has been, he talked about this for quite some time that he was going to do this, but it was actually announced since he became the president again. That's one of the first things he did is kill the penny. And the penny does have its issues, but if we run short of nickels and we have to reprogram all the point of sales equipment and software, he's going to spend more than he's going to save. If you know, but Canada did it and they've stuck to it and it worked for Canada. And I didn't know that because I get a lot of Canadian pennies here, especially in LA. There's money from all over the world here. I saw two more people just pop in and pop out. Please check the shop, check the buy it now. Hey, Cheryl K, thanks for coming in. I've seen you before here. Please go to the buy it now tab. So if you're still here, Kelly, yeah, go to the bank and get as many pennies as you can get, especially if you can get 2025. I don't know if 2025 pennies have even come out yet. People have gone to the bank and they've been getting 2024s. So I don't know if they've actually printed 2025s yet. You know, I may have to do a currency show because I have a few of those missing double dollars, the ones that were printed twice by mistake, and I've got two of them. I have them in the registry. And if somebody else matches you, they're worth thousands. But the dollar bills, they only stay in circulation for a few years and then they get turned back into the mint and or the Treasury Department and they get destroyed and replaced. So there's not a whole lot of the 2013 series out there. But there's still people that are occasionally finding the matching ones. I have a whole video series about that. I think it's under my money playlist. Because I got one on eBay and then I did two searches in two different banks and I got another one right away. And I have them, there's actually a registry called the Registry. And mine are officially, the serial numbers are registered. So if somebody else finds the matching bills, the registry will act like an escrow company and reach out to both of us and say, hey, these two people have the matching ones and are you a seller or are you a buyer? I'm going to be a seller. Well, unless I can get it cheap, then I'll be a buyer and then I'll go get them graded. Then they'll be worth a fortune, like thousands of dollars, because I'll have the matching set and I'll grade them. A few years ago, I had an opportunity on eBay and it was actually legit. I could have bought some of the DB Cooper money, but it was going to cost $5,000. And I had the $5,000 at the time, but I didn't think, I wanted to spend $5,000 on that. But gosh, I wish I had that. Every now and then there's some of it that comes up because most of that was never found and never will be found. So the small amount that was found like 10 years later, every now and then it pops up on the market. So I wish I had that because I could sure use that money now. But I just didn't think it was a good investment. I was supposed to get gas in the car today and I didn't do that. Yeah, I don't like the gas getting as low. It's on vapor right now, and I don't like it getting that low because of when we've had emergencies and we lose power and then you can't get any gas. So I've had a ton of people asking about this. Hey, buddy, I have to get you some supper soon, okay? And get you some salad too. Yeah, she's come over to see me. Oh, the turtle. I just pinned the turtle. Oh, sure. She's under the table, but let me move the camera down. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Hold on. Hey, buddy. Say hi to Aunt Kelly. Say hi, buddy. Hey, buddy. Look at your pretty ears. Yeah, she's looking for her treat, but she's going to have to eat her supper first. You should see her baby picture. Her ears were, I forget the real Kelsey what she said they were. They were some sort of radio antennas because she hadn't grown into her ears yet. Hi, come here. You need something? Mama get you some supper. Her ears are huge, but when she was little, she even has a sticker from when she was little, but it's kind of too dark, but it shows her with the little body and the giant ears. But the picture's just all ears. Yes. Oh, she gets like a little apple or banana, dried piece of apple or banana. There's two different. There's one that's banana and one's that is apple banana, and it's a little crunchy thing for her teeth, but just a little bit. Oh, and she gets her oat groat, also known as her bunny crack, but we probably can't say that word on YouTube. Yeah, she loves her bunny crack. Yeah, she has to eat that with her supper. She's looking at me now. I don't know if she needs it because she'll stick her tongue out. She'll show me her little pink tongue. She's the only bunny that's ever done that. She'll stand and she'll look at me and she'll be like, "Waitress, waitress," and then her little tongue will come out. It's so cute. But unlike my other bunnies, she will never kiss me or lick me with that tongue. I never get to feel it on my body. I'll never get to have a little licky on my face of her little tongue. Because she's too prim and proper for that. Of course. She was potty trained in the shelter. Yeah, I wouldn't own a bunny that's not potty trained. And if they're not potty trained, I'd potty train them myself immediately. My house is not going to smell like a farm. I'm the cook, the chef, her driver, her maid. Yes, she has everything. Well, I told TH I was going to join him at 7. I don't see anybody coming in, but I know as soon as I go off the air, it's going to blow up. I've got to sell one more thing, just one more thing before I can go off the air. Or at least get an offer. I got a nickel in there from 1903. Wow. I'll pin the knives. Hi, Emery. Thanks for coming in. Please check out my buy it now. All right. You want me to go get you some pellet? I get you some pellet and some treat? You need pellet? I'm surprised someone hasn't bought the 50-cent pieces that are in the treasury envelopes because I don't know what years they are, so I don't know if they're silver or not. The ones in the wanted envelope were not silver. They were 2023 and 1970 something. But you know what? I have to check the dates on these because I think with the 50-cent pieces, they did make them in 40% silver up to a certain year. So, yeah, I got a 71. I think that may be silver. I got to look it up, but I can't look it up on my phone right now. Let me look over here on the iPad. Okay, so the earlier ones were made of 90% or 40% silver. Oh, 40% 1965 through 1969. So the ones that TH won tonight are 1971. In 2023, and it looks uncirculated. We'll have to mail those out tonight. Or get them at least packed. And how many people have answered my poll? Oh, 5 people. I had the poll closed, so I didn't see it. You need some food? You need some pellet? And some salad? And some bunny treat? Is that what you need? Come over here. Well, while this show is still running, I'm going to go feed my rabbit. She needs her supper. Come here, let's get you some supper. I'm going to get you everything. Because you were such a good girl last night. Yesterday morning when you went to the doctor. Yeah, come over here. Come here. Let me get you your treat. That's for your treat. Here's your oat. Go get your salad. Thanks for watching the chat. I had to feed the bunny and I had to turn on the oven. Now the kitty's had a stomach ache, but she's been eating the last 2 days. Or she's not feeling the best. I wish I could keep it. I wish I could buy it for myself. But I've sold almost everything else out of that box and I'm still short, so I have to sell that necklace to make up for that box. And every now and then, I'll get a box that's a dud. Like, the next one, even though it's coming from my favorite district shop, it's, I can't choose and it's coming late, but there's no way it's going to have 19 pieces or an ounce of silver in it. It's just not going to happen. So no matter what I get in the next box, even if I get banger pieces, I'll probably be upset because nothing's going to compare to the goldette that came from the LA district store, and nothing's going to compare to that last blue box with all the silver. And then we'll have one more box coming in from behind. Luck Duck Jewelry. Hey, thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Go to my Buy It Now. I'm willing to take offers. I've got a couple of banger pieces, and then I've just got some nicer, smaller pieces, less expensive. And I've still got the jewelry jar that I made myself. And I still have the onyx, the black onyx, the new old stock with the tags, the cabochon. I've got 3 Monets, a few brooches. Oh, you're interested? Yeah, let me show it to you. I make these myself. I'm a disabled person, retired, well, semi-retired private investigator, but I've always been a reseller on the side, and I hunt like auction boxes. And I just pick out some of my own pieces that I'm going to use for like silver or scrap pile, the silver or gold pile. And then I take the rest of it, usually from 2 different loads, and I lot it up. Now, anything that's garbage, it's not in here. I have a separate box for that. I make a big giant craft box that usually sells on Facebook Marketplace. This is almost 2 pounds. It's, according to the label, it is 1 pound, 14.5 ounces, and that includes the weight of the jar. The jar is not glass, it's plastic. It does have a best offer tab. I would take an offer, but it would have to be pretty close to the top because these will go all day long on my marketplace, my local marketplace. So there's necklaces, there's bracelets, there's a few brooches in there, and there's several pairs of matching earrings. There's a couple of designer pieces. There's also a new old stock with tags that says $29.50, but it's an older piece. It's a signed piece, like a department store piece, I think. There's also a couple of ear cuffs in there that are marked 925, but they're not 925, at least as far as I know. They didn't test, and I know how to test jewelry. So just so you know, there are a couple of sterling-looking ear cuffs that are serpents, but I think they're just mismarked. There's also some designer larger serpent matching pieces, but I don't want to spoil it for you in case you buy the jar, because I want you to enjoy going through all the pieces that are in there and finding all the good stuff. And if you're a reseller, it's a really good deal because you can resell this. Or if you're just a collector, you can keep it for yourself. I do have people that buy them for gifts. So, and I only have 1 jar left. Let me check the price on that, Kelly. Let's see. Every time somebody asks me for a price and I'm scrolling, I can't find it. And then someone says, oh, I just bought it. And then I miss the notification. I have almost 60 items tonight. So there's a lot to scroll through to find it. And of course, I'm not seeing it. Am I not seeing it because somebody just bought it? Sure hope so. Now here it is. Let me pin it. It's oh, I lowered the price. I lowered the price from 30 to 25. Yeah, she probably left while I was looking for it. Yeah, I had it for 30 and now it's 25. It's definitely a moneymaker. I just don't have time to list all of this individually. I only take out very particular pieces that I list individually, and then I do much better to lot it back up because I can move it faster that way. It's like the people that do the storage lockers and they can't look up every little piece that they pull out of a box. It's just they would never make any money. They just have to keep moving. It's the same thing with the coin jar, with the world coins. I can't go through all these coins. It would take weeks, months. I just don't have that kind of time. It's just, random pool, 4 coins, boom, done. Next. Maybe Lucky Duck will come back for the jar. If not, I'll just sell it local. It's actually better for me if I sell it local because then I don't have to pay the fees. Or if I sell it privately. And I just saw it pop up. And of course, my battery's draining because it's whatnot. Oh, it's overheating. Yep. Well, sorry, folks. We're going to have to shut out the show. The phone is overheating. Got to sign off right now.